Why, do you want to kiss me? Is that what it is? You think I'm cute?
Springthorpe Alex, enthusiast amateur host, I'm Fame Minutes of 15. They're sharing amicably friends too. Find your where show talk a majority 50%. The Tobacco welcome and hello.
What the fuck was that? I am your host, Ashley Hall. I've had a stroke.
Could you not pass that? You couldn't pass that,
I got
no?
the most of it. I got welcome to the 50% majority.
Tell you what, Ash. Editor, play the tape back.
Oh no.
Hello, and welcome back to the 50% majority from a talk show where you'll find two friends amicably sharing their 15 minute fame. I'm your host, amateur enthusiast Alex Springthorpe. So that was the intro backwards.
It's not gonna. That's not how it works, though. If you play that backwards, it's gonna be nonsense in the right order.
Okay, we're jumping straight into the metasphere right now. This is a 50% majority show because Tom is too busy being Tom. It is also the one that I'm going to teach Ashley how to edit the show on. So
I've been personally victimised and attacked by this episode of the 50% majority.
So we're just going to drop in a load of treats.
Just a couple of little snacks.
Just some editing tricks and gimmicks and gizmos for us to enjoy.
So if you came here for like an organic, three friends comedy, you're shit out of luck, homie. Welcome to the Thunderdome. Insert lightning crackles, thunder, all of that shenanigans. Maybe the sound of a horse neighing.
Whoa, that one made me jump. Why is there a horse there?
Why isn't there a horse here? That's the real question.
Why is the horse flying, though? And why are we sat on the horse? Why is there wind rushing through our hair as we ride this horse through the podcast zone?
Immaculate. I'm nervous. I'm shaking. My jimmies are rustled. My rustles, they're jimmied.
So,
chaos.
Prep for the show wise, I mean, I did it. I wrote the intro backwards. Apart from that, I ain't really got much.
Again, this is a wild, unkempt garden of a podcast, and we cater to nature in all of its forms here. No problems anywhere abound.
So, I mean, how are you, Ash? Shall we start there? It's a good place to start. How are you doing?
I think that's a nice place to start. I'm okay. I'm working a lot at the moment, but I've been spending a lot of time working on my bicycle.
Mm-hmm.
I've had a pretty chaotic week because, first of all, my cat Winston has developed a limp, but it's not like
precious baby. Is he okay?
It's like one of his shoulders just dips a little when he walks. It almost looks like a swagger. It looks like he just got laid. He's got that walk.
My dad was telling me the other day that when he used to run pubs, one of the tells of someone's about to uppercut you is people, like, without realising they're doing it, drop whatever shoulder they're about to.
Yeah, they put the
arm is connected to that they're going to uppercut you with. So maybe he's about to just fucking spark you clean, mate.
You guys are going to hear the door open and then me just going, no!
Oh no, and great. And now they did just hear that because of the audio challenges.
Oh, but I speak entirely in metaphor. This is fucking awful. So yeah, essentially my cat started limping because I think he knows that when he's injured, we give him ham when we give him his pills, or when he's just being sad, we give him just a little bit of ham. The cat can have a little slummy, Alex, just as a treat.
Just a little ham snack.
Just a little ham snack for the boys. So yeah, like I give him the ham, but I like...
Why ham? Are there medicinal properties to ham? Or is it just to mask his sorrow?
He loves ham. It's his favourite. We've taken him to the vet and then they give us tablets. They're like, hey, you can put these in his food. Winston's not a fucking idiot.
They give you tablets that you can give him and you go, no thank you, I denounce your Western medicine. This boy will use ham as power.
I'm an anti-vet, sir. Yeah, no, I don't believe in vets. Listen, big vet are out to get your pets. They're going to track them with microchips.
Like the big chain of the big veterinarian chain around these parts, Vets for Pets. It's a threat more than anything.
Oh god, that's a fucking drop a beat over that, editor. Vets for Pets is a threat. Fucking banger that is already. Number one, here we come. But no, so we give him his tablets in. This is a 20-minute story about me fucking putting tablets in a cat's ham.
Doing a ham trick to a boy.
Doing a ham trick to my fucking idiot cat son. But yeah, there's nothing on his leg. I sat with him the other night. I searched him for like fucking 20 minutes. The bee's knees has the cam. That's another fucking editing challenge. The bee's knees has the camera over the cat, and I'm like petting him, and it's like, it's okay, let me just examine your fucking feet. Like some kind of possessed cat pervert. And there's nothing wrong with him, and I hate him for it. I begrudge him every piece of ham.
He's just doing a ham heist.
I really get you didn't go for hamst and just hope I figured it out. It's fucking tricky little hamst, isn't it? Alex, how's your week been? Have you been busting appropriate amounts of nut?
I've been going to dad's school.
Classic dad school maneuver. Have you been wearing a dad hat? You got your dad jumper on. Do they make you wear a uniform? Is there a blazer? Do you have Crocs?
No, none of these things. They just talk to you about empowerment.
Oh hell yeah!
And endorphins and how they're good, and hope you get a baby out.
Are you going to empower your child?
No, empower my wife so that she can shit the boy out very well.
That sounds beautiful. That was poetic.
Poetic. No, it's been a pretty boring week. I mean, I don't know if it ever came up last episode, but I've got a new car. I've just been out enjoying that.
Do you know I haven't heard about that, Alex? Have you got a new car?
I've got a new car. Yeah, it's really nice.
Jeez,
I really like it.
Crazy.
It's like you remember the cursed red scam car.
I have vague memories of a car disguised as a hamst. No, a heist. The other one. Sorry.
It's like that, but like actually good.
Does it do go in, stop in, maybe even a corner or two?
It does all of them ferociously well for it as a performance dad car. I'm very pleased with it. Very pleased with it.
Is the engine bigger than the 2-litre that Tom had?
Yes.
Just checking in. Carry on.
You know that saying that mums like, where it's like dance like no one's watching?
Live, laugh, love, yeah.
What about if we just podcasted like no one was listening? What? This one's just for me and Ash.
This is just the boys. This is just you and me.
Like Tom isn't a very mechanical man. He likes his digital media, but we don't talk about that in amazing detail because we know that not everybody's into that sort of thing. So we can just talk about whatever we want to talk about just for one another.
That's a rare treat. That's a delightful.
Just
little
a nice
snack.
little.
A little Alex.
This one's just for us.
Time. This one's for the boys. This one's for the A boys. Double A.
Double A. We are a battery. Anybody listening at this point, don't worry about it. Just catch us next week. This one's not for you.
You're not invited. You have to go home now. Sorry, your mum's calling you. You've got dinner.
Ashley, we didn't prepare segments.
We didn't do
but,
that.
But I did ask our good friends at Reddit for some good questions. Would you like some good questions?
I'd love a good question. Nothing would bring me more joy.
I think this one's going to be a good one for you because you've met some weirdos in your time.
I don't like where this is going because those weirdos still know me.
What's the weirdest thing a stranger has ever said to you?
Can it be someone I thought was a stranger who later turned out to be a person I know very well?
Yes, absolutely you can.
Oh, excellent. So, I got... There used to be a lot of random, like, anonymous chat apps. Chaps. Just a couple of chaps online, you know? All the kids love chaps online. So, that's a terrible sentence. But yeah, I used to get asked questions because I used to have those accounts, and I used to ask people questions and be asked questions. And I got a message from someone that just said, "He's like a crackhead with very pretty eyes." And I fully fell in love with that person. Like, I invented them in my head. They were delicious.
Wait, hang on.
Yeah, Alex is having flashbacks now as he remembers.
Wait, hang on a second.
The person I invented was like, "Oh yeah, this guy's fucking crazy.
Pump the brakes.
Beautiful." And then, like a month passed. Yeah, I think it was longer than that. I think it was a couple of years past.
Let's pull this car over. No, wait.
Alex is trying to pump the brakes here because the person I fell in love with through one sentence was Alex.
Sir, please pull over. No.
And him telling me that, like, after it had happened, after I'd, like, fallen in love with this fucking phrase, Like to the point where other people knew about that. Like I was like, hey, this one person once said to me that I look like a crackhead with really pretty eyes, and I was like in love with that. And then,
You do have really pretty eyes, and
thank you,
also
but that was a murderous thing that you just did. It killed me. Like it fucking destroyed me for like a good week. I didn't think I could enjoy human beings ever again after that. It was a tough week. I dealt with it pretty swiftly. Alex, do you remember that? Because I want you to know that you're the worst stranger I ever met.
I couldn't have pulled that out of a bag, but as soon as you started telling it, it came flooding back.
Just fucking poetic. Who's the weirdest stranger you've met aside from obviously like me and Tom?
Well, there was this one guy. He looked a bit like a crackhead.
All right,
but
I like where this
his
is
eyes, to die for.
Ooh, naughty egg.
It wasn't really I mean, I guess it was a stranger. So when I just passed my motorbike test, me and Beth, we went on a motorbike trip, just the two of us. We went over to see her mum, and it was like 200-mile round trip. We got there, and she was like, it was a long way there. Can we just go a bit more of a direct way home? I was like, yeah, no worries. Oh, no. We ended up going through Birmingham to get onto like a motorway to just fast track our way home.
Yeah.
And as we were going through Birmingham, there was like a dual carriageway, so 2 lanes. It was like 40 mile an hour, and there was just a police car stopped dead at the middle of one of the lanes. I was like, okay, weird. Overtake, move lanes, go around it, pull back in, fine, safe. I'm not hooning about. I've just passed and I've got my lady wife on the back. Just a nice, gentle, steady ride out. Well,
just a bimble.
Just a bimble. And I checked my mirror, and this police car just like has fucking set off and was just like on R6.
No.
Went over a roundabout.
So you pulled evasive manoeuvres.
Went over a roundabout, over another roundabout, and the roundabout just before we were getting on the motorway, blue lights, sirens. I just pulled over, and he clearly wasn't expecting me to do that because he jumps out of the car, comes running over, was like, "Turn the bike off, turn it off." I was like, okay. Beth hops off, takes her helmet off, and goes, "Evening, officer, you all right?" And I go, "Yeah, hello, mate. What can I do you for?" And he's like, "Oh, I'll be honest. I thought the bike was nicked." And then he gets his radio and he's like, "Stand down, call it off. No pursuit." They've pulled over, and like 20 police cars go over this roundabout in the background as I just hand over my license and go, "Yeah, it is insured, I promise." It's like, oh my God, I could have died.
Your thing is though, that anyone on a bandit does give off stolen bike vibes.
Big stolen bike energy.
Yeah, they're a very shifty bike.
This one is a question, Ashley, that I don't know if it's funny. I personally don't have one for it. I was just curious to kind of hear your thoughts on this.
I hate this because you're going to just use the questions as like, I know this man. What does he know?
Just like, bear in mind, it's a comedy podcast, but also it is just for me and you at this point. We warn the listeners.
Yeah, it's only us listening. Yeah, of course.
In your opinion, Ashley, what is undeniably the most evil profession?
No, this is bad. I'm not going to get political.
Okay.
I will not go into the jobs I think are just fucking amoral. In fact, no, fucking immoral.
Amoral? That is the worst way to say the thing you say bad.
Neutral. I went to say immoral. Amoral is a word. It just means without. I think I'm wrong. But yeah. So the worst profession, the most evil profession. Dictator's pretty bad, isn't it? There's not been many good dictators.
Is it a profession? Would you call? Is that part of your career? Would you include dictator on your CV?
If you were fucking good at it, maybe. What are your passions? Subduing people. I like rules. I'm a real good rule follower. No, that's not funny. The most evil profession. I can't. Without getting like weird, it's hard because I think military can be justified. If your family are all fucking military, you can be.
What about Ashley? What about if you had a without repercussion one sentence? And when I say one sentence, I don't mean a ramble that you don't take a breath through. Just one succinct sentence with no repercussions. What's the most evil profession? What is it?
This is
I have all of them. Which one? Which one is it?
I don't know, man. I feel like modern military that don't enlist because they are forced to. I feel like that's not great. I'm not naive enough to believe we don't need military. Like, I'm not stupid enough to think that we'd exist without a military and that we would be in any way safe. But I think it's sad that that's a fucking job you can have. I think it's pretty evil that a government can push for that as like hey, this is a really good career path. And don't get me wrong, people fucking do make a great career there, and I'm grateful to people that have fucking done their part and looked after the country. But at a certain point, it stopped being looking after the country and started being looking out for a corrupt place's interests. ... Yeah, I think modern soldiers. I think that's not fucking great.
See, I don't know. Like, I get where yours is going, but I think the people that make dream catchers are pretty fucking evil.
What do those dreams ever do to you? Do you know how many fucking dreams you've stopped?
What are you trying to stop dreams for, man? Why are you trying to repress dreams?
Why do you sound more like
children
me this episode? That's beautiful.
I'm quite tired, so I sound like I'm high.
Oh shit, he's got me. Back to rights.
Next question on my list. We'll move away from that one unless you've got any more to say on it.
I can't think of anything that wouldn't bring me into a fit of rage or apoplexy. So yeah.
Bone thief. Someone that steals your bones. Gilderoy
I
Lockhart. He done a bone heist.
Digger, but no, she fucking listen. If you're robbing graves, what do you need it for, really? Like what are you
Put them
gonna use
back
in modern times?
Those bones are all
just
used
go
up.
And get a dead person. Don't go and dig one up. Like,
Go make your own farm to table necromancy.
Here's one I made earlier. Just oiks up a head. Oh, don't. You mustn't. Gravedigger's not a great career. You couldn't. It's hard. You mostly work nights, like unless you're very good at it. it's always on the. I literally grave shift, isn't it?
Yeah, it's exactly that.
Oh, the irony.
This one I copied and pasted from Reddit into my Google Doc because it was like someone atted me. People who don't use their turn signals. Why? Just why? Because fuck you, that's why. You don't need to know where I'm going. Get lost.
A person has certain unalienable rights, and you don't need to know where the fuck I'm going. What about my privacy? Listen, if I want to go fucking left in a minute, I might.
Why do you need to know where I'm going? That's just weird. I'll go where I want to go.
Why, do you want to kiss me? Is that what it is? You think I'm cute?
You're trying to track me down because I stole all your bones? Well, you can't. I'm a mystery. I'm a mystery boy on the road.
Some people say that's the most evil job in the world. Don't you know there are soldiers out there? Leave me alone. The worst thing is this is such us brand fucking funny that I don't think it is funny. I don't think
No, it's not funny. This next one's on brand. I just thought this was another weird one that cropped up in and amongst like what's the trickiest thing to bake? It was just like there's these ones that stand out. Ashley, how would you like your remains to be disposed of? And I know the answer now. Securely. Finally. Indefinitely.
No, I want to be scattered. I want to be scattered at Disneyland, but I don't want to be cremated.
Just put an arm behind the calf.
Yeah, just fucking put me into one of those leaf shredders. Mulch me at the end of a water slide.
Turn Ashley into a fine mist and paint him all over Disneyland.
Has anyone seen Ashley? Yeah, he's all over the place. I'm beside myself and everyone else.
That was a bad one. You can't do that.
That one stays, editor.
Yeah. Oh.
Shall we? I would like to be just thrown into some fucking woods just to trip some kids out 200 years from now. They like find a human skull. Oh fuck!
Not 200 years from now, just like 20 minutes. Didn't they do a movie about that?
What, finding a body in the woods? I think that's pretty cliche.
Yeah.
If only there was someone here that knew lots of.
Which one is it? No, which one is the kids where they go on an adventure to
and by
Deadman
the end
Town?
Of it, they're better friends, aren't they? I think. Is that they find a body?
No, actually, for real, what's this movie called? I've seen it. It's the one I've seen. I don't remember.
The only fucking hint I have is kids find a body. Alex, that does not narrow anything down.
There's a song, and I only know every 6 words in it.
Hakuna Matata. Alex, it's Lion King.
Oh fuck.
Alex, think about it. What is it?
Is Stand By Me the name of the song or the movie?
Boom, 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 boom. Boom.
Yeah.
That's Stand By Me. Stand By Me is the 6 kids that almost get hit by a fucking train, isn't it?
On the way to go and see a corpse, I think. I think that's what the movie's about. If not, ignore all of that shit I just said.
You guys want to see a dead body? I think that's a line from it, isn't it? You guys want to see a dead body? No?
I think I remember Lightning McQueen saying that.
Ka-chow.
Just taking Mater over to a scrapyard. No, wait, isn't that what Mater does? Oh my god, wait, hang on, mate. Sure, he's a tow truck. Surely he runs a scrapyard.
He's
the bone thief.
Mate is a professional body. Oh, dude, mechanics are just fucking. That's terrifying. I don't like that.
Oh my god. No, mechanics are surgeons. Mechanics are doctors. They just happen to throw away all the bits that are a bit rubbish. Just put them in a bin.
Mate is just collecting them. Is Mate a serial killer?
Imagine you went to the doctors and they were like, "Oh yeah, actually your arm's a bit rubbish. We'll have to get rid of this one and put another one on." And then and then they turn your arm into a washing machine. You'd be pretty upset, I think.
That'd be pretty handy. No pun intended. Like I'd have a washing machine for a hand. Like, I could just fucking
reattach it, mate.
No, I'm gonna have a washing machine for a hand. Does that mean that wherever my hand is,
go gadget, spin
clothes?
Cycle.
That's what you said. I'm not going crazy. Edit, play that back.
And then they turn your arm into a washing machine.
No, I am. Yeah, my bad.
No, I meant like the arm is taken off and they go, "Oh, that's a rubbish one." And like they would a car, they send it off to the Scraptown USA. And what Scraptown USA does is they recycle the metal and they turn it into a washing machine. That's
so somewhere my sentient hand is washing somebody's underwear. It's how it would have wanted to go, Alex. Let's be fair.
And that is how you would like your remains to be disposed of. Shall we head over to Tommy time?
I think it'll be sad without him, and I don't think we can do the intro without him.
Well, no, that's what I mean. Shall we head over to Tommy time?
Yes, please. I'd love to do Tommy time.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to your favourite segment between segments, Urban. What the frick? Shinary?
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode. No, how does he do it? Tom, how do you do it?
Welcome back, everybody, to your favourite segment between segments, Urban. What the frick? Shinary.
Just like that.
That's right. A segment between segments, Urban What the Frictionary. This week's entry, Ashley.
I'm so ready.
Is come back.
Come back.
come back. Just come back.
Just come back. I want to go out on a limb here, and just say, is it a bag of cum? Or and hear me
just
out
like
here.
An IKEA bag.
This could be. Oh, don't. That you've given it a lot of scale there, mate. There was not a lot of need for that.
That's a lot of cum.
You could have said like, "Oh,
that's too much cum."
It's a small paper bag. What's the worst bag to receive cum in, though?
Like a builder's bulk bag. How much liquid
Rhino
can
bag.
an IKEA bag hold?
How much liquid can an IKEA bag? I can top that. How much is a Rhino bag?
71 litres of jizz.
Fuck.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, that's pretty not great. So if it's not an IKEA size bag of cum, is it when somebody's written scumbag on something, but you've just rubbed off the S? So it's just scumbag, but without the S.
Just actually more scummy.
Yeah,
as a result of being less scummy.
Scummy, cummy, so yummy.
More is less.
More is less. Less is less.
Less is. That isn't even what I wanted to say. I just did it bad. I just did a really ferociously bad job of it.
That's my entire life, Alex. Thank you for that. Is it a bag of cum? I have to know. The people need to know, Alex. They have a right. The families are waiting. They have to know.
I need to put it out into the universe that this isn't a confession.
I don't like that.
You know how some men would get a sock?
I've heard the tales, but I can't picture getting a sock.
Sock is bag. Sock is just long bag.
Sock is long bag for foot, isn't it?
Long bag, long bag for foot. When done on foot,
it's
could
just
be
a
used
bag
to.
Oh, that's horrific. A Wellington is just a big bag of foot.
I hate all of this.
This is the worst. Oh, my cat's meowing at the door. Would you like me to let him in so you can hear him?
Yeah, we can have a guest on.
He's a bag. He's a bag.
He's a cum bag. All right, Shane.
Little fucking tiny cat cum bag.
Mr. Dawson.
Oh, don't, Shane. we get a clip of Shane speaking now?
I'm a banana.
I accidentally did Onision, sorry.
Sorry, we're all out of Shane Dawson. We've only got Onision. Is Onision okay? Is that okay? We only have... Come here, you miserable fuck.
Winston, welcome
My son.
welcome to the 33% majority. What would you like to talk about for your... Winston, what's your 15 minutes of fame going to be about?
He's going to knock over a candle and fucking destroy the curtains. No.
I don't know, like pinch him or something so he meows.
he's just stood in front of the mic. If I sound muffled, it's because I'm talking through a cat. I'm using the world's liveliest pop filter. Down, miserable
Winston,
okay, he's
Winston,
gone.
give it a sniff. He's
So,
gone.
Now
Okay.
that the cumbag is gone, let's discuss what's a cumbag.
Oh, hello, kitten.
Oh, did you hear him that time?
Hello. I did. I heard the biggest kitty scream.
He screams.
So actually, a cumbag is a bottom of the barrel hoe who uses her vagina as storage or a bag for cum.
Fuck me. I didn't need that.
You didn't need any of that.
That's fucking pretty disrespectful. All right. And everyone
What a
knows
thing to
if
say.
you want to address that kind of person without being disrespectful, it's ooh, she's a sexy bitch. Okay. There's nothing.
The example, I know. No, I do. I do music, Ash. It's just movies I don't like. I can make it through a 3-minute long song, mate. I just can't do 2 hours of bullshit.
It's bad, but it's not that bad.
Tommy likes to do the definition, like the example, and this one here is, dude, Vanessa's such a cumbag.
Oh.
She fucked 12 guys last night.
Fuck
for
yeah,
her.
Vanessa. Get it.
Well, one thing's for certain, Ashley.
She did.
Vanessa is not the grave robber. She has
She
at least
fucking-
12 alibis for last night.
If you ask her where she was, she will give you a literal phone book.
I was at Derek's house. I was at Clyde's house.
Stevens.
I went over to Vicky's house and her husband Kevin was there.
Oh, Kevin. Naughty Kevin. Dave from across the retail park. Dave that works at Wilco's.
Simon, not the mechanic, the builder.
His brother Bob, not the builder, the mechanic. Can he fix it? Yeah, he can. I'm really glad you like that.
I hated that
could've
so
been a fucking
much.
stinker, baby.
That was the fucking worst.
It's a reach, hon. Let's get it. Ooh.
Wendy's gonna be fucking upset.
Oh, fuck. Oh, their cat was
She's
called-
gonna be raising. They're gonna be raising Pilchard as a single mother.
Ow. Can we get a clip of Pilchard and Wendy now? We'll be clipping audio all week, baby.
All fucking week.
Thank you, Winston, for doing the voice acting for Pilchard there. It's really good of you.
Winston, official voice actor for Pilchard the Blue Cat.
Check
You're
out,
welcome.
check
Your
out
check's in the
YouTube.
post, mate.
It's royalties. Yeah, royalty. I almost said loyalties there. Like he's a cat. He's got none of those. it's all up on this.
Oh,
Thank you for
I
comeback.
need to shake off. Actually, thank you for comeback.
You know
I need
what?
to shake
Thanks,
off some of
Vanessa.
this laughter energy. Oh, thanks, Ness.
Classic. Ness.
Right. Do you want to go back to Ask Reddits, or what do you want to do? What do you fancy?
I can do Ask Reddits. Yeah, I like them. I quite like an Ask Reddit.
Yeah.
It's a nice prompt for us to just talk about either old times or just fun things.
Just fun, exciting new things.
Just a couple of Vanessas out here getting those Ask Reddit dicks.
Actually, what is something that's perfect as is?
Fuck. You've come to me on the wrong day.
I think you're bang on there, mate. I think you're bang on. I don't think you can improve, fuck.
Fuck's pretty. Yeah, you know what? Fuck is pretty good. Fuck is. Here's a 2000s meme for you. Fuck is pizza. Even when it's bad, it's okay. Fuck is perfect as is.
Okay.
Live in the moment. Get that
Mid
fuck.
2000s, I would have been about 7, so I think that one was probably a bit ahead
7
of
out
me.
of 10. No. That's not. That can
Okay.
go. We can get rid of that.
We're learning things about our friends this week, aren't we? What's perfect as it is?
A throwback here, but and I mean this as sincerely as possible. Good coffee in the morning and a nice cigarette. That moment, post-cigarette, pre-shit. That's perfect
Yeah.
as is. In the morning, frosty morning.
The zenith of your morning, where you are weightless.
Yeah, the high point. The fucking in that moment you float.
Well, here's another Ask Reddit that segues perfectly. Ashley, what's your worst poop story?
I don't have many bad poop stories, man.
Oh, I've got a few. Would you like me to take the floor?
Alex, step to the mic. Tell us a poop story.
So, my lady wife is a business owner. She does business. And they started at the beginning of the pandemic, and it had been in the works for a while, setting it up and talking to the relevant people. And they got the green light, and she rang me on the way home. She was really excited. And I was like, you know what, babe, tell me about it when you get home. And she got home. It was such a brilliant moment because it was the culmination of so many months worth of effort.
Yeah.
And she was talking me through how the meeting had gone. And, you know, we were just sharing this really happy moment. And then I shit myself.
Knowing Beth like I do, I don't think her response would have been anything less than like, okay. What?
No, I did.
Like,
I did
okay.
I did a fart, and I was like, I just
overworked.
just shit myself up. I'll be right back. And she was like, okay.
I don't have a
one.
shit story, but I have one. I have one about someone very close to me. The bee's knees. Quite recently, I've told the story in front of friends. She'll be fine with this. This is a classic.
Sure.
So this is quite recently. So the bee's knees and I are stood in the garden, and she's had surgery recently for her arm because she broke her arm. Rock climbing because she's basically Indiana Jones.
But shit, and can't rock climb.
We'll come to that. We're in the garden, and we're just having a talk, and I'm having a cigarette, and we're just talking away, and she just looks me dead in the eye, doesn't stop saying anything. She's mid-sentence, and then she just goes, I've shit myself. And then walks inside. Oh. Just like really calmly, eye contact, sincerely, no fart noise. Like, anyway, a couple of days passed and we're talking about it. And then she goes, you know, the other day? And I was like, yeah, because I didn't acknowledge it because I'm a gentleman.
Yeah. No, I've never haven't not thought about it since. But go on.
It pervades every waking moment of my life. But yeah, go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
She goes, I fully shat myself. And that was the end of it. There was no more further conversation. And I just wanted to share that with you. She just looked me dead in the eye.
I think
I've shat myself.
I sincerely think that people shit themselves more often than you think.
And yet I've only ever done it like 3 times. Once.
That's still substantial. That's not zero, Ash.
Well, like, are we counting like young adult shitting yourself? Because I don't think that counts, man. Like,
how old is young adult, Ashley?
This is loaded, isn't it? So I shat myself at 15 in school.
Yeah.
I was a very
in school. Hang on. That's the question was, what's your worst poop story? And you didn't go, oh, I did a secret shit in my undies at school.
Well, I shat myself in a hallway, and no one. I never fucking told anybody. I got away with it. Anybody I went to school with, if this comes up in conversation, I'll strangle you to death.
Ashley, how did you deal with that issue?
So, it is between English and science, with no break.
Oh God, he remembers it so well.
I remember it pretty fucking well, man. This is therapy right now. It's just me and you still, right?
Oh, dude, you fucking repressed this story because I asked you, what's your worst poop story? And your brain was like, no, there's nothing in here, Ash. Don't fucking worry about it. But there was a story about the time you shit your pants in between English and science with no break.
I didn't go into fucking science, bro. I didn't like shit myself and go, you know what? I'm going to lesson. Fuck it.
This is my day.
I'll do these. I'm not going to be a podcast host or anything.
Very
I'm
important.
Be successful.
I'm genuinely concerned. I need to know how you remedied this.
So here's what happened. So I had English. Shout out Miss Maidman, poetry and English teacher. She's fucking cool. Finished the lesson. I have an upset stomach. I think the night before I'd spent all night playing like fucking PSP Monster Hunter, which is all I did from when I was 14 till I was like 17. And I was walking and I had a wet fart and I thought, fuck, I need to go to the toilet. So I went to the toilet and it wasn't a wet. It wasn't.
It was just a big, juicy, honking shit.
It wasn't like one. No, it wasn't one shit. It wasn't a shit. It was like a standard shit that someone had put through like a Karcher jet washer. Like it fucking fired.
It had PSI behind it.
It's a good job
If
that valve was
anybody had
optional,
witnessed it, they if anybody had witnessed it, they would have just seen the back of your trousers just kind of go bang.
Somebody got him with a paintball. But no, I basically did like a small amount of diarrhea, and then I just fucking walked home. I just left. I didn't fucking stop. I did not pass go. I did not collect 200 fucking pounds. I just went home. No one was in. I waited in my garden. So obviously, I'd fucking taken my boxes off after I left the toilet and just kind of put them in my bag in a lunchbox, which got thrown away.
Yuck.
Yeah,
So
there you go.
my dad told me a shit story once. So he was a truck driver, and I don't know if anybody knows truck drivers, but they're all just kind of grim. Like if you're a truck driver, you just kind of gotta be. The conditions are not great. You are living in what is smaller than one bedroom for, potentially weeks on end, sleeping in this one room, showering when you can at service stations and using toilets as and when. And he was
It's no wonder they murder so many prostitutes.
he was asleep at the side of the road somewhere, and he said he did do it. He did do an accidental shit fart in his sleeping times. But he was like, if I get up now, it's like 2:00, I've got to be up in 2 hours, where I'll be, if I wake myself up, I'll fuck myself up for the rest of the day. So he just got some kitchen roll, had a clean up, and just rolled over and went back to sleep, ready to sort it properly in the morning, which is just vile and grim. But okay, I can almost understand the logic there.
The fact that you can almost understand that is a testament to you as a person, because I can see you doing it. Like, that's an Alex behaviour.
It was... Like he said, he woke up in the morning and had forgotten that he'd done it. He thought it was like a dream. When you wake up and it's like,
I didn't shit
wow.
myself. It's a miracle.
And his routine for the morning was to go over, sit in like the driver's seat, roll himself a cigarette, and wipe his mirrors down. Just get all the like condensation off. And he just grabbed the nearest bit of tissue there was just in his cab, smeared his mirror with shit. And then the heated mirror kicked on and instantly solidified it.
Hey, here's some fried shit. You want to look at that for the rest of the fucking journey? You want to stare at some fried shit? Fuck.
Do you remember earlier when we said this episode really isn't for listeners to enjoy? It's
them.
just for us. I fucking meant it.
I feel like I'm a different person coming out of this. This has changed.
Are you gonna be all right for a minute just to have a 100% majority, Ash? Can you just cover the show while I go and get myself a juice? Is that okay?
You know what? I fucking will.
I'm only going to be next door. I can hear you, and I could probably still shout to my mic.
Oh, so you can hear me. I'm just going to talk to myself for a little bit.
Yeah, I can still hear you.
Okay, I'm going to talk about my new project that's coming out. No, he's not saying no. Cool. So I have recently, as you'll know if you've listened to the last 5 episodes, been super hyped for a thing that I'll be doing on my own, perhaps. Where I just host my house with microphones to strangers, and I just have somebody come over, or via Zoom, as all you kids are doing these days, and just have them fucking talk to me for a little bit, and it'll be super sweet. It'll be called the 33% Sincerity. We'll have a Twitter soon. Follow it, you little fucks. He's back with his juice.
I'm back with a scrummy juice.
Sorry, I just fucking shamelessly self-plugged, Alex, and not in the way that is sexy.
It's fine.
I didn't film it. You can't watch me. Can I get a popping sound?
Not in the sexy way.
Can I get just as I pull the plug on the plug? Thank you, beautiful. We'll that'll save on editing. That will.
I've got another Ask Reddit if you're ready for it.
I'm so ready for it, Alex. Would you like me to ask it you, and you can pretend you didn't see it?
Yeah. So the question is, what's a food you always make from scratch?
Oh, Alex, what's a food you always make from scratch, mate?
Well, I think the reason you picked this one, Ashley,
it's curated for you, sir.
We had a conversation about this the other day, because I don't waste time making a lot of things from scratch because Tesco make it better and it's easier. Who's mashing potatoes?
Me.
Why is anybody doing that? Actually, you could spend.
Dude, I make food from scratch all the time.
But you can spend £1 on mashed potato that you just pop in the microwave. Why would you waste any time cutting a potato, boiling water, cooking a potato?
I can buy 10 potatoes for 87p.
But Ashley, why would you? That's not a good existence. How many days of the week are you having mashed potato?
No, I had it's funny that you fucking mention it, because I had mashed potato last night, but not because it's all I eat.
That one was just for fun, thank you.
It's delicious. When you make it from scratch, you can put your pepper and your cheese and your butter and your garlic. You can get crazy with it.
I can do all of that with my micro mash.
But it's not the same. Let me make you mashed potato. Let me make you do the twist.
And I will... And actually, I too will make you mashed potato, and we will sit them down next to each other and go, yep, this is enough. This is definitely mashed potato, which is not exciting. It is not great.
Tom can't listen to this episode. We're going to have to persuade him not to listen, because we're going to have a mashed potato off. You're going to do microwave bullshit, and I'm going to make some loving, handcrafted, fucking delicious... We'll do this on the world record attempt.
You've got to think, though, Ashley, like... I can't even think of a shit enough analogy. Hang on. A door is a door. It doesn't matter if it's the best door in the world or a really shit door. It still just does one thing, and that's let you into a room.
But you wouldn't
Mashed
want
potato
fucking...
isn't exciting enough to be like, oh, but it's handcrafted and full of love. It's only mashed potato.
But if you're why
are you putting effort into that?
Where do you draw the line then?
Nowhere. You keep going and you buy ready meals, Ashley, because, oh my God, Tesco finest Thai green curry ready meal. To fucking die for. I put one little forkful of that into my mouth and I instantly bust my nuts off.
Alex,
why would I waste time when Tesco can just do such a great job?
Tesco do an okay job. I do a fucking great job. Let me hook you up. Let me cook for you, baby boy. Come over to my house.
How much time does it take though, Ash? That's my whole thing.
So I spend about 45 minutes to an hour cooking most nights.
About 5 instead, and you just let Tesco do all the work.
5 hours?
Just
Tesco's
5.
lazy as shit by the sound of it.
5 entire minutes, Ashley. Tesco's done it all, and you just can't get a hot.
Because I haven't earned that meal, man. I want to fucking make it. I want to.
You have. You've given
taste it and be like,
You've given Tessica your good money. There you go, Tessica.
Tessica is a cheap whore, and I don't love her. Besides, we have a Sainsbury's near us. Other supermarkets are available.
Disclaimer. The 50% majority is not an anti-Sanos podcast.
Back again.
Big up Millie.
Classic Millie maneuver.
She's an employee, by the way. Oh, no, sorry. Millie works at... It rhymes.
A place that rhymes with Fainsbury's.
Wambreys.
Oh, yeah, Wambreys. Down the road from Tessico's, sorry. from
Texaco.
You remember Texaco?
Texas.
Yeah, they're all from Texas. Fixed it.
Ashley, why won't you enjoy my Texan ready meals?
I don't want to travel that far. I know they're already going to be cold when they arrive, but...
a perfect and just like 10 out of 10 so far in the Ask Reddit segues. What's the most likely way you'll die? I'm definitely going to kill myself with food.
I'm going to die trying to fetch ready meals from America for my friend Alex.
I'm going to die a beaties. Is that anything? I thought that was something.
That was pretty good. I'm not mad at it. For a second it made me mad. A reflex kicked in. I think I'm going to die doing something like... you'll be there. You'll be egging me on.
Go on, Ashley. Of old age. Go on, you fucking coward. Go on. Succumb to your lifelong illness.
You're 95. You've earned it. This is your day, pal. Let it go.
Come on, fucking egg you on. We can do this together. Do you want me to pull the plug? Don't need to. Breathe it. Last one. Go on. Get out of the way.
The vulture set up next to the gates of Disney. We're ready for it.
What a cyclical episode.
Full circle, bitch. No, I genuinely think I'll die doing something stupid. For instance, do you remember when we went to the car park in a town that rhymes with Scottingham? And then we were in a very tall car park, and I first of all bullied somebody into having a conversation with us in the elevator.
Oh, the multi-story car park.
Yeah.
You confused me there.
Yeah, we were in an elevator of a multi-story car park, and I made friends with everybody locally. But I feel like I'll try and do that. You'll egg me on, and then somebody will stab me. and that'll be it.
Oh, I could see you. Yeah, no, I could see you being murdered. Actually,
I think that's how it goes. I think either that's going to happen, or the bee's knees will murder me for telling the international crowd that she shat herself.
hey, what she needs to learn from that specific segment of this 50% majority happens to a lot of people.
Yeah, you're not.
You're allowed to shit yourself once a year, I think.
Once a year. That's fucking. I've not
Once
shat
a
myself
year.
28
There
times.
are people now. I mean, when does this? This episode comes out on the 14th of December.
Merry
There are
Christmas.
people that are like, I haven't shit myself this year. I've got 2 weeks to get one out. There are people that are panicking now because at some point in the next 2 weeks they're
You start
going
seeing
to.
a lot more people walking funny / you start smelling a lot of bad smells. It's Christmas. Get your shits out now. Get out those
It's
winter
Christmas.
shits.
It's Christmas, which means it's cold out there. So if you don't want to get out of your blankets
Just shit yourself.
or take your trousers off, just fucking shit
Just let it
yourself. You'll be
go.
warmer, in fact. It'll be nice for a minute.
It'll
I
be-
shit myself because
Yeah.
of the nice warmth.
Listen, sometimes you just need a nice ass cuddle from your own shit. Should we do the money train and get those sponsors in after that?
Have you got things to speak about on the money train?
No, should we just do the sound effect of the train going past?
Just flying by us.
And then
Japanese
Tom
bullet
and I
train.
scream.
Whoosh, whoosh.
As he goes past us on the money train on his way to a good time, you know?
Cool. That was the money train, everybody.
Choo-choo, after all.
There it went, look. We're at the wrong station.
We were 5 minutes late. We were just a second too late. Gosh darn. We didn't flag it down in time. That's how trains work, right?
That's how trains work. You got to push the button.
I didn't push the button. Missed the stop, innit? Fuck. Anyway, that's the money train. Has this been a podcast?
That's the money train. I don't know. We can just chat for a bit if you want.
I've
What
got-
What are we doing for Christmas in the studio? Are we doing anything?
Well, Tom's not here. Now's the time. We're doing a secret Christmas thing. Are we doing Secret Santa? There's 3 of us. I'm not sure it'll work.
Just give your presents one to the left.
Yeah, but what if I end up with you? Like, what if you're the one giving me a
I'll be-
present? I'm not sure I'm down with that.
I'll be very happy.
You're a con man, and I'm not here for it.
Why don't we, Ashley? Do you think we're at the stage yet where we can ask our listeners to send in questions? Are we at that level of international podcast fame yet?
I truly think we are. I think we could do that. I think if you're listening to this and you have ever wanted to know...
Which you shouldn't be.
Yeah,
by the
actually,
way.
this
You
is a
fucking
private
shouldn't
fucking
be.
moment.
You're a rule breaker,
Thank
a
you for
rebel without a
reminding me of
cause.
that, Alex. You fucking listener, if you're there, the one of you, the one, the true, the brave,
Fucking arse.
have a fucking word with yourself. This is a private moment.
Sort it out.
You just,
All right?
Listen, you at work. Take your headphones out. Get back to work.
Do that spreadsheet.
Spread those sheets.
Equals if listener, open bracket, listen to 32% majority, close bracket, comma, stop.
Somebody
bracket.
has got text to speech active on this, and they have been coded in.
Someone's in our mainframe. Yeah, what we'll do
Okay,
is because I
Google,
don't
play a
think
podcast.
that we can rely on our listeners to actually send it in any questions. Is we will fucking approach you if we know that you listen to the show. We will friggin' ask you about it. You can do a
I
question.
do that like to everybody I meet at work, and I work in a relatively big sports store. It rhymes with Mafafon.
Mafaflon. Yep, I've heard of it.
So I'll ask everyone that comes in, and I'll just be like, "Hey, do you have a question?"
My employer's just some letters. It's just the initials.
Okay, so let's figure out what those initials are, Alex. What are those initials?
I mean, for you, Ashley, that
Balls.
Sucking, no. Shaking, maybe.
oh no, it actually does stand for something.
Oh, I'm
It
not
stands
just-
for
Everybody want to know what I would do if I didn't win. I guess we'll never know.
Is this for just me and you, only us?
oh, like they just heard some beeps and boops.
Okay, so it's smart.
Actually, no, they heard Kanye saying words. That's what they heard. I just said some Kanye words.
What, in Kanye's voice?
Yeah, not the same words that I said. Like it was still censored, but Kanye said it instead.
Shit, Alex, we've been calling him Kanye, and his fucking name's not even that anymore. It's Yay, isn't it? Fuck.
That made me feel so out of the loop. I feel like that how I felt about TikTok for a year. Just like, oh,
Just you kids and your
well, that will never
politics.
catch on. Go on.
Alex has been around for a long time, and he said that about the internet. He was like, "Look, this is never gonna it's not going anywhere." What's the worst invention, do you think, that you could have just been like, "Nah, it's going nowhere"? I think the wheel's pretty bad, isn't it?
The car.
The car.
The car. If somebody looked at that and went, "It's not going anywhere," and then it immediately
And then
did.
it got up and walked off.
It immediately went somewhere.
and then it said, "I am speed," and won a piston cup.
I've always had this idea. I think it'd be, if you could do a time travel, I think it'd be amazing to go back to inventors. Like,
Just ruined
who
it
did
for him.
the phone? Was it Alexander Graham Bell?
Yes.
He did the phone, and like he does his first phone call, and he goes, "Bring. Hello, Margaret. It's Al. I've done a phone this time." And then like there's sci-fi laser noises, and then I just pop out of a portal and I pass him an iPhone 13 and just go, "Ooh," and then I leave again, and he's just left with it. Like that's what that becomes. Look at how shit your thing is compared to that. You don't even know what a PCB is, mate.
I don't.
I don't.
Am I Alexander Graham Bell?
You might be.
I've never.
You go back to a caveman that invented fire, and you just give him a Zippo.
You're like, listen, cunt. Look how long that took you. You fucking moron. I always
What
laugh
we
at-
turned it into? You don't even know what metal is yet.
Look at you. You're pathetic. You've got a rock in your hand. What the fuck are you doing with that? Have a word with
You
yourself.
you're fucking weak, mate, and I'm gonna steal your wife.
Look at this. I've got an iPhone. I can take a selfie with her. You can't do that, can you? You fucking idiot. Look at you and your rock.
What are you gonna do? Chase me? I'll get in my car. Before you say it, it's going wherever I want
I'll
it
run
to.
away. I've got Nikes on. You're
You won't
barefoot.
know where I'm going though, because I'm not using the indicators.
What are those? Nothing. You're barefoot. I've got shoes.
These are Crocs, brother.
They're in 4-wheel drive mode. Ugh. I wish we would. The problem with us, Alex, is that we fucking yes and. There's nobody there to say, "Hey, no, guys, come back." It's just yes and. And I hate it.
We would yes and ourselves into oblivion if we lost one singular point of self-control between us.
Dude, I think I can count
If
the
that
amount of
was gone.
silent time, like the time we've spent together silently, apart from sleep, obviously. I can count that time in like it's probably hours. I don't think it's months. I think time spent together is months. I think time spent together silently. Don't do this. I hate that. Alex, come back. I miss you.
No, that wasn't. I wasn't trying to do a goof there. I was just trying to wrap my head around what the fuck you just said.
In total hours spent together, because we yes and each other, we have not spent a lot of time being quiet together.
Yes, and I agree with you.
I fucking.
Shall we announce
abscond?
that this has
Should we
been a
just fucking
podcast?
leave?
Let's just
You know what?
fucking leave. Ash,
I did-
unplug.
Just shut the door.
Walk
Fuck
away.
it.
I'm walking away. I'm going.
Bye.
Bye.